Access route parameters. Access route parameters using use params hook. We have to use this use params hook. Actually, use params is a router hook. It is not a general component hook, right? It is an router hook. By using this use params, you can access the parameters. So what you can do, you can define any reference is equal to use params. It can access the all parameters. We can use reference dot. So param1, parameter 1, then reference dot param2, parameter 2. So whatever values are present. So this is actually use params is an object. It is an object with key and value. And what is the key? The key is parameter name. Key is the parameter name. So param1 is value 1. Similarly, param2 is having value 2. That's how it defines. So that is the parameters, how we can define and use the parameters. So these are the 3 stages actually. How you configure the parameters and use the parameters. These are the 3 phases. Right. So technically, this is one method of defining and using parameters. Let's see how to implement. Actually, when you are working with real world data, your APIs also have server side routing. Your APIs will have server side routing. So without knowing that, you cannot simply use client side routing. Means combination, right? That means server side also route parameters will be there. Client side also route parameters. For example, you saw fake store API. When you saw fake store API, you can see this is fake store API. And in this fake store API / products, that is parameter. And what this is doing, it is returning all products. And / products of 1, that is parameter. What it is doing, it is returning 1 product. That means this is actually the route parameters working server side, API parameters. That means simply you cannot have the parameters and their functionality in the client side without having server side also proper. So that is the reason whenever you ask how to consume APIs and use in React, for that first you have to learn APIs. You should have a good knowledge on APIs. You should know every concept of querying in APIs. That we implement client side. We implement client side. So this how parameters are defined at API level and access them. Let's see. So, and how we do it client side, both we will see now. For example, suppose now let's go to our project. This is our project. In this project, what we do is, in this, we will display all the products shopping. Whatever products are available, we will display. That means once they go to the dashboard, login success, they can see all the products. So they can browse products, they can choose products, they can add products into the category. In the dashboard, I want to show that. So then what we will do, first we need some data. We'll do one thing here. Let's go to the database, MongoDB. So MongoDB Compass. Now we will go to our database. Our database in our API, let's connect. and our database is it is React DB. Let's go to the database React DB. That is the database we are working with. Okay, in this React DB, TBL users and TBL products is there. We copied all the products information from fake store and we kept that here. So TBL products contains all 20 products. It contain all the 20 products. So now we need to write server side logic first to fetch all products, to fetch a specific product based on ID. We have to use that. Then how we define? Let's see. Now we will stop this API. Okay. Let's go to the API methods here. And this is our API, get users and register user. Okay, let's create another method, app.get slash, we will give get products. Okay, get products have to return all products. That means we will use a callback function, request and response. And this will connect with MongoDB. That means Mongo client dot connect with connection string. So a callback function will have an error and we will have a client object. And here, so if not error, we will create database is equal to DB. This is client object dot DB. Database is React DB. And database dot collection. So the collection is TBL products dot find and to array. So to array uses a callback function, error and documents. So if there is no error, we will return all documents. Response dot send, we have to send all the documents. So this is returning all products. Okay, I want to return all categories. This is returning all products. Whatever products are there, it is returning. I want to return all categories. So that means, so we will write one more here, because I must able to filter products based on their category. I will maintain the categories list separate. So I will put here another API method, get categories. Get categories. So we have get products, we have get categories. Okay. And what this get categories have to do is, it should return all the data coming from TBL categories. We don't have this table, we will design. This table is not there, we will design. So we will go to this, and here I will create a new collection, create collection, TBL categories, and create collection. And in that TBL categories, we will add data. So import document, insert document. We will just use an object here, category. Category is its name. Category I will give as suppose we have electronics. Electronics is one category. Okay, let's insert. So category electronics. Okay, electronics is one category. So I'm using this because actually observe here, the API, they have products slash categories. They have all these categories: electronics, jewelry, men's clothing, women's clothing. These are the categories they have. These categories we will maintain, right? So here I will define. So electronics, insert. Okay. Next, another insert document. We will put here another one is jewelry. Okay, that is jewelry is an, you can insert multiple also. Already we learned now. Jewelry. Okay, insert. And we will insert another document that is men's clothing. Men's clothing. Okay. And one more is women's clothing. These are all categories we are having. So yeah. So this is women's clothing. Women's clothing. That is all the categories we are having. So these are all the categories we have. Okay. Now this is categories table, products table, and users table we have in the database. Let's go now. Categories table is ready. Products table is ready. Get categories is returning all the categories. Products is returning all the products. We will have another API. Another API. So that is here. We will use, let's copy the method. Same like this only. I will copy that another get method. This time, this is get product. We have get products and get product, but it should get only specific product, which is matching with ID. Every product have a ID. It is matching with ID. So I have to pass a parameter here. To pass the parameter, we have /:, and the parameter is ID. That is the parameter. And when ID is passed, it should get only the product that belongs to ID. That means in the find query, we have to write ID is matching with whatever ID they have entered here. How to collect that parameter? We declared a parameter and they will pass a parameter. We have to collect it. How to collect the parameter? We have to create ID. ID is coming from URL, means everything is a string. Then we have to convert parse int. Which object collects the parameter? Request object. Request object have a method as a property called params. It will get which parameter? ID as parameter. This parameter we have to collect. And this ID we will pass here. That means whatever you can simply say this is product ID. Okay. For your understanding, I will give product ID. This product ID they will pass. That is product ID. That means what find command will do? In MongoDB, we use find command with queries. So this ID matching related product only it will return. Find uses the queries. How to query? I told you one example in the MongoDB database, a small query example I given. That I told you that we don't use any SQLs here. We use simple find command. So, and find is returning all. Now it is returning only the ID that is matching with this, right? If it is an SQL based database, select from table where ID is equal to whatever ID you collected as parameter. So this is server side routing actually. This is server side routing. And wherever you are using routing, the route parameters will be similar. Means the way you configure, but how you access and use them, for that we use different libraries. Here, which object will collect and where it will store params. Client side, React users use params. By using that, you can collect the parameter. Here, server side, it is this. So we have get products, get product based on ID. You can also get products based on category. So based on category, we want to get all the products. Then we have to return products that belong to a. In that case, what we do here, we can write one more query. Their parameter will change. What the parameter will be, instead of ID, we can pass category. That means it will return all that particular category. As of now, we will first test these methods, whether they are working fine or not. We will test these methods. Let's start our API. Okay, server started. Now let's check this in a debugging tool, Postman. Already I told you Postman is a web debugger. I'm using this Postman, and in this we are defining so let's make a request. Here we have get request and the local host 44000 only, na? Yes. And here we will use option like categories, get categories. We will see get categories and click on send. Read all the categories. That means all the categories are coming fine. So get is able to read all the categories. Okay, good. Let's see another one. What is it? Get products. Get products is also returning all the products, and all 20 products it is returning. That's good. This is also working fine. I will use here get product /2. So this is, for this also we return an API method. Let's click send and see. So it is returning empty. So problem is there. What is the problem? Get product and the parameter, it is not returning this. So why it is not returning? Let's this table name wrong, na? This table name is not categories. What is it? Products. Table name wrong we given, right? Right, that's fine. Let's compile this one more time. Okay, because I copied and pasted it, na? Yeah, now send this get product. The second product is ready. So this is working fine. That means it is returning only the product that is matching with the ID. That's working fine. So all our API methods are ready. So, and this time now we have used client side, not client side, server side route parameters. Server side route parameters, and server side route parameters, how to define parameter, how to collect parameter. That means here server side API parameters in Node.js, right? How we mentioned that server side API parameter in Node.js, same. What we have to do, first step, define parameter. So we have to use app.get, and you have to say path /:param. That's how we need to define the parameter. So, and it depends on two objects. One is request, another one response, right? That is the query. Second, access parameter. Access parameter, how to access the parameter? We have to use request.params. Dot the parameter name, param name, parameter name you have to define. Then this is going to access the parameter. Now, whatever parameter you accessed, you can use it in your server side. This is server side route parameters. So server side also APIs will use routing. You have to use route parameters and you need to design. Now let's see what we need to do is here we need to design the dashboard, and what should happen is actually when this method already I created, right? It's everything working fine now. So example, our API.js. Let me paste the new code after all the modifications. Now this is the API code. This is the API code with new things added. Okay. That means what are the API methods we are having? So slash get users, slash get products, slash get categories, slash get product slash ID, right? And we have only these, na, right? These are one more is post, na, register user. We have register user already. These are all the API methods defined. So all are get only, right? All are get methods only. Only the last one is post. The last one is post, right? These are all the API methods that we have. API methods that we are having. These are all the API methods we design. Now, what should happen is when user successfully logs in the dashboard, I want to display, because currently I cannot see the dashboard, I need to log in. So let's go here in the user ID, David 2022, David at the net 123. David at the net 123. Okay, dashboard comes. And in this dashboard, I want to display all the categories list. What are all the categories available? I want to display the list of all products categories. Here I want to display all the product categories list in the dashboard. So let's go to the design now. Okay, in the design, let's go to dashboard, iShop dashboard. Here we want to get the list of all categories and display all the categories below. So we can design lot of interface according to our requirement, right? As of now, just first basic design I will show. Later we can add good plugins and design. So I will create an ordered list, and let's keep the list of categories. Heading 3, I will say categories. That means I will say product categories. Okay. I want to display those product categories there. Okay, the product categories list must come here. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's go. In order to fetch data from any API methods, already we know we have to import. What to import? So Axios, right? From Axios. Okay, now here we will create another state. Okay, so constant, so categories, categories and set categories, set categories, use state. It is an array of all the categories. Now what we have to do, so we can write a separate method. We can write a separate method. So let's write a method called load function, load categories. What this have to do? It should use axios.get method and the URL http:// host 4000/get categories, and then it should use a callback function response. Response, what it have to do? Set categories response dot data, whatever data comes. And this load categories should work when login is success. That means after setting the user ID, load categories. We have to successfully load the categories when login success. Now, what should happen here? The categories list is ready. We need to print that. That means here we have to use, so categories dot map. We have to read every category. So, and every category must be displayed in a list item. In a list item, we need to print every category. Key is category and value also category. We need to print all the categories coming from the categories list. We need to access that. Some issue. Same key is there. Somewhere you are using some category ID. Okay, key. Here underscore ID category dot. Yeah, actually category dot category is an object. Category dot category. Understood? That is the object. This is an object with a key. The category contains a property called category. Actually, better to reduce the confusion, I will keep as item. Okay. Every item have a category and every item have a category. This category name we are displaying. That will be better. Okay. That is the category details. That means all categories information is here. So electronics, jewelry, men's clothing, women's clothing, the categories list is ready. We are fetching from there and displaying. Now comes important is actually, now what I want here is, this is the category name displayed. Suppose I am using dot to uppercase. That means we are converting that into uppercase. You see, it will display all uppercase. Presentation your wish, you can define anyway. Now I want these categories clickable. I want these categories clickable. When I click, the categories related products must come. The categories related products must display. Whatever products are there, the products belonging to that category must display. Now, how you can make this clickable? And when user clicks, it should go to products and there it should show all the products belong to that category. This is the hierarchy we have to achieve, right? Now, let's see how we can access this, how we can make this clickable. And remember, this should navigate to another component where we have to display only products that belong to that category. So for that, actually, we will do one thing. First, lot of hierarchy is there. We have to add a new component. So in our project, we will add a new component. So in that iShop, I will add iShop products .js. iShop products should contain the list of all products. All the products information must be here. iShop products must contain the list of all products. Okay. Now here I am defining export. So function. So the function is iShop products. iShop products is a function and return. As of now, we will just put a heading. So products list. But remember, it should not return all products. It should return only the products that are matching with the category you ask. Right? That means now the concept here is in this I want this clickable, and on the click, it should navigate to iShop products. That means there must be a path for accessing this iShop products. Where is our routing? Our routing is in index page. Na? In index page, this is the routing. In this routing, we will add one more route. Below the dashboard, I will add one more route. Anywhere you can. In this route, I am defining if route path is is product, then which element it have to render. So it should render iShop products. It should render iShop products. That is the path, products path ready. Okay. But remember, this path is not showing all products. It should show only the products that belong to category. That means now this path is expecting a parameter that is category name. That means I will use /: the category. This is parameter. You can have multiple parameters. I am just giving one parameter first. Okay. Now every route parameter is mandatory, compulsory. There are no optional route parameters. Every parameter you defined in route is mandatory to pass. Otherwise, it will return not found, path not found. You have to pass parameter if it is having parameter. Okay, fine. Now, when to come to this location? When user clicks on, where is it? iShop products, iShop dashboard. Yeah. When user clicks on this category name, it should navigate to that path. When user clicks on that, it should navigate to that particular path. How to make this clickable? How to make these clickable? So simple. We can put here a link element, na? And this is the name, and this should link to which location? It should link to which location? It should link to / what is it? Products. But the products is expecting category. If you don't pass, it will not work. You see now, suppose products, we will refresh this. Oh, what happened? Yeah, the categories information should display. Oh, where is it? Some error. What is connection problem? Huh? Right. Connection problem means API problem. Some API issues are coming. Connection failed. Connection failed is API problem. Let's check. Okay, fine. Some API issues are there. Fine. Now you can see it is getting the list of all categories, and now they are clickable. But when I click on them, it will show not found. So it is empty. Why it is empty? Because it is expecting parameter. Na? It is expecting parameter. We need to pass the parameter. So that means it is expecting parameter. We have to pass the parameter. Every parameter is mandatory. So we are expecting the parameters to pass. That means now here, what is the parameter it is expecting? This link is expecting category name as parameter. Na? We have to pass the category name here. How do we pass the category name? So you see category name coming dynamically from item, then better we can put a backtick here. Okay. What is the path? In the backtick, you can put an expression. Am I right? Slash. So what is the path here? Link to slash what? Products. In that, so we have expression. Directly we can define expression. This is a general, not JavaScript. Now we can directly give slash, what is it? Products slash. In that we can put an expression here, right? We need to define an expression. And what is that expression? It have to get item dot what? Category. Item dot category. So we need to get this item dot category. We see. So item dot category, it is directly getting that. So we will use here slash. This is entirely in an expression. Okay. So we will put here slash products slash. We have to add, what is it? Item dot category. Okay. This is the path. Dynamically we are adding it. That means this is the string and this is the path. Okay. Let's see. Now refresh. Local host cannot reach. Where is that? Started right. Okay, so dashboard, it is fine. Now you can see when I click on this category, any category. Now you can see when I click jewelry, then it should get me the products list. So that is working fine. But see the URL now, the products slash jeweler. That means which category you are selecting. Suppose men's clothing, then products clothing. Now you click on that here, electronics, that is electronics. Now what we have to do in products list, we have to collect that parameter. whatever parameter is there, we have to collect the parameter. In that parameter, what value is there? Based on that, we have to filter the products and display all the products that belong to that particular category. Understood? We need to display that. So how to do it now? We have to collect the parameter in products list. Let's go to products list. So I shop products. Here we have to collect the parameter. First we will test collecting parameter. How to collect parameter? For that we have to import. What to import? Use params. Use params from. So we have to import from React router DOM. And we need import. So we will import use state, and from we will import React. Use state from React. Yeah. And what else we need? Use effect. We will use effect and use state. We are importing these use state and use effect and use params. Now what should happen? When the component, we will declare a constant. So, and here we have category, am I right? Category, and set category. It uses use state. Okay. Now it is expecting simple category name, whatever the category name. We have to collect the route parameter. That means we need to define let. So I define params is equal to use params. Use params is used from that option. That means this params is used to collect all the route parameters. It is going to collect all the route parameters. So here we will write use effect. That means when component is mounted, we have to collect the parameters, and we need to store that in set state. Set category. Set category, we have to set the value. What is it? Params dot the parameter name. What is the parameter name? The parameter name, not its value. Parameter name. What parameter you defined in this index page? You see, this is the parameter name. That means that you have to use here. So that I have to use here. Params dot, what is the parameter category? That means it will get that parameter and store. Whatever parameter it collected, it is storing in this state that I have to display here. That means what is the list? So here I will define expression. Here I will define category name. The category name and list. It should display electronics list because I selected electronics. Now here I am clicking on that dashboard. I say jewelries list, and I click on men's clothing list. So it is accessing that particular and display. So here, so that is the option categories list. Actually here I will do one more at the bottom. So at the bottom I will put a div, and I will put a link, and here I will say link to where slash it will go to dashboard. It will go to dashboard, and here I will say back to categories. Back to categories means it will display the dashboard. So you click on men's, it's a back to categories. I will get back to categories. We are navigating to that location. Now, very important, when user selects jewelry, I want to display jewelry products list. I want to display all jewelry products list. We are able to successfully collect that category name. Then how to filter all the products that belong to that category? Filter all the products belong to category. Either you need to have an API method for that, right? Or you can filter here itself, because products is returning all products. In products, which product is matching your category, you can filter. For example, see, there are two techniques. Generally, to reduce the burden your client side, server side, we create an API method for that, so that we can display all categories related products. Means which category user selected, that category products will come. We can do that. Or client side itself, you can filter, because all products information is coming. You can filter, like, see what I will do. So here I will define. Here I want to filter all the products that belong to this category. That means now I am expecting another collection here. What is it? Products. And set what? Products. Set products. It is use state. And here it is an array. But it is not all products. It is only the products that belong to the category you entered. So what we will do here is we will import Axios. We import Axios. So from Axios, we will import Axios from Axios. After that, what we will do is here we will define a method. So what is the method? So we will configure the method called, so load. Here itself we can use effect is there now. Here access Axios dot get what? HTTP colon localhost colon 4000 slash get products. It is returning all products. Dot then what it will do, and so we have response, right? That's what it should do. So it was set products into that rest dot data, whatever data comes. But actually, product the list, I try to print them here. That means I am creating an ordered list. I want to display only product name, title, or you can put product pictures. Your wish. You want what you want to display, you can display according to your requirement. First, we will put title. So here we need to access what is the collection products. If I use map, then what it will do? It will return all. Am I right? It will return all. That means we have to read every product, and what we have to do. So sorry, for every product, we have to print a list item. List item, here we have to print product dot title. That means here I will give key is product dot ID. I will use ID as key. Now important is all the products list will come. So you can see it is going to display all the products list, dashboard. This API, because lot of burden on our local server, because one API is running, one local server is running so much. That's the reason some issues related. Connection issue. Let me compile one more time this API. Okay. Now see here, you click on jewelry, then it is going to return all products. But I don't want all products. I want only jewelry products. I want only jewelry products. I don't want all. Then how we can do? So if you want only the jewelry products, now can you tell any filter here in this area? Now this is array. In that I don't want all. I want to display only the products that are matching with category that I selected. can I use here dot filter? Filter is expecting the promise. Here, what I will do is, so here I will write item implies item dot category is matching with the category we selected. This is doing actually, this filter is used to get only the products. You have two commands, find and filter command in JavaScript array. Find will return only the first occurrence. Filter will return all. So that means we are using this filter key and we are displaying only those products that belongs to jewelry. Right? Not we are displaying only the products that are matching with that. Right? That is how you present. That means, for example, see here, this filter you have map because filter is a method which returns array. You know, filter is a method which returns array. Array filter method will return an array. So based on the category which is matching. Now I will do one thing. So here in this list item, instead of list item, so because this is the query, I can do one thing here. Let's create, just put images. Huh? Let's put some images. The title is here. Okay. And we will put an image. That means I will keep an image. So image have src. Image source is coming from product dot image. So it have width. So width is equal to some 100 or 50. I will give, and height is also 50. So small, and put here a div. And in the div we will put the title. That means we are displaying the product images also here. API. Your products will come. That means I'm going back to categories. It get back to the category. I say men's clothing, it will get the men's clothing. Right? I'm going back to the categories and say women's clothing, it will get those. And back to categories or back to your dashboard. So how you present that depends on your requirement. Right now, important here, we can have multi-level. When I click on this product, that product detail should come. That means price, rating, everything, detail should come. That means now I need another path to configure. That means I need this title clickable. And when I click on this, the detail of that product must display. All information about that product must display. So let's see how we can do this. That means how we can manage. So let's go here now, and we will add one more component here. Let's add another component. So add a new file, iShop product details.js. Product details.js. Now here I am exporting here. So export function. So iShop product details. This is the option. Now what it should return? It should return the product details. That means I will keep a heading. I will say product details. So now how to get that product related information? How we can get that product related information and display here? That means we need a path for this. How we can get the product related information? Go to index. Where is it? iShop index. Here we have to define another path. So I need to configure route. and here I need to define route path. Route path is slash. Here we can define the path is details slash ID slash colon ID. That means now element, here we have configured that element iShop. So iShop product details, it should come. Okay. Now what should happen when user clicks on this item? I need to navigate to that location. Then how do we do that? So we will go to iShop products. Here we are displaying this product title. I want this clickable now. How to make this clickable? Then we can keep this in a link. We need to define in a link. Okay. And this link to here, it should go to which one? Slash details. It should go to details slash, in that it should pass the product.id. Must be passed. And what we have to do is we have to collect that ID and filter the product that belongs to that ID. That means we need to access that and display. That means we need to display the product that belongs to that particular ID. You see now actually, so we have this link. Yeah. Now you see these are clickable links. When I click on that particular ID will be passed. You can see 5 is the ID. Now we need to filter that product ID and display here. That means display the details. That means we need to collect that ID. And we need to display the products that belong to that particular ID. That means we have to go to product details. We have to collect the ID and display only the products that belong to that ID. Only one will come. Then do all the work here. Import, use state. So, and use effect. Okay. Yeah. Now here we need one more import. So Axios, from Axios. Okay, fine. Now what else? That's enough, right? Now here what we will do is we will configure a constant product and set product. It is use state. And here we are expecting an object. Product is only one object. Now here we have to collect the parameter. Then we need one more. What is it? Import. So use params from React Router DOM. So let params is equal to use params. Okay, we can collect the parameters. Now here we will define use effect. So, and on that, what we have to do, here we need to collect all the parameters. So here we need to collect only the product that is matching with that ID. That means, see what I am doing here is I am creating let ID is equal to parse int. So we are using parse int. We have to collect from params dot what is the parameter ID. We have to convert into integer. After that, what we have to do is we have to search for this ID inside API. You remember we created axios.get method called http:// localhost 4000/ and we have products / the product ID. Now here I will use a backtick, and here I will put an expression. This is whatever ID you pass, whatever ID you collected from the route parameters. So dot then we have to get response implies. So we have to set product. Into that, what is it? So response dot data. It is returning one object. Actually, in our API, we have that method that is not products, get product slash ID. That is our API method. Na? That means here not products. What is it? Get product. Get product slash ID. That is the API method we created. Am I right? Get product ID. So that we have to define. Get product ID. It will get that. Okay. Now this product related information we want to display here. So I am creating, you can create any card style or anything, data. So source is equal to the product dot image. So width is equal to 100 and height is 100. Okay, this is option. And so many other details are there. We can get all of them. So this is suppose rating and here data definition. So product dot rating dot rate like this. These are all the data we are having in that. So it should get and display all that information there. Oh, some problem? Any issue? Let's check. Oh, some issues are there. What is it? Rate. Rating dot rate is not there. Dashboard, clothing and details data is not coming. Let's check. Page is working fine. Data is not coming. Let's check. We don't have any errors also. Here product is able to come. Set product response dot data, get product slash ID. So this is parameters ID. We will first verify whether the parameter is coming correctly or not. So what is that? ID. Acha, ID is not coming. The route path same is there. Use params. I'll directly print this here first. Let's check. So here I will print params.id. Oh, it's coming fine. That means somewhere here in API we have problem. Huh? So what is the API method? Let's check. API.js get product ID. It worked properly. It is filtering fine, right? This parameter is coming fine. API is not working. Let's check details. This API localhost get product. I will do one thing. We will print console.log response.data to see what data is. Acha, an array is coming here. Okay. So this is returning an array. So that means this is not returning an object. It is returning an array. So what we should do, make it as an array, right? And response set product, it will be there. And only one is coming now. Then it should be products of 0.title, 0.price, and 0.image. It's fine. Okay. Only one product is coming there. It is returning array. It is returning array. We are displaying that. So here we need to define like this. What is it? Because our APM method is returning array, because we use a two array na. Two array is going to return an array of objects, right? That is the reason. So you can do one thing in the products. You can find only the product which is matching with your ID. For that, what you can do, just like filter I told you, what you can do, you can use products dot find. In find, you can get only the product whose product ID, am I right, is matching with whatever ID. Then we can display the data, right? That's how we can do. So it's okay, it's working fine. So here what we have to do, product of 0.rating.rate. It should get the rate and display that detail here. Now here we can add one more break, and here we can say link, and here we say back to products. That means it should get back to the products that belong to that particular category. So here we have to use link to. So link to what? Slash, what is the location? Products. But products is expecting category name, na? Then we have to use product of 0 what category. It will get past the category name. That means because this is back to products, it should go to this clothing products directly. That means it will get back to the products that belong to them. Right? Suppose I say back to categories. So I am selecting jewelry. It will display jewelry products. I click on a product. The product detail should come. Clumsy with API. Yeah. It should get us the detail and display. Yes. Some, what is it? Yeah, this is related to API requests only. What we have, acha, here we have slash products. Where is it? So here we have details of 7. What is the error reason? Just now it worked now. just somewhere. Some problem in the API request. Let's check once. Just now it rendered it. Product of title, price, image. What it is saying? Cannot read the title. Cannot read title. Why this is not coming? Fine. Just some API issue is there, right? Nothing problem, right? So now this is going to return the details based on the ID, right? So we are going to access the products. That means here we can add this one. What is it? One more option we can. So here we need to create a link. Let's create a link. Yeah. Additionally, this link have to link to. So slash, what is it? Products slash. We have to define, what is it? Product of 0 dot category. So back to categories, right? That is back to not categories, back to products. That is the list we need to configure. So it will get back to the categories here. Right? This is the basic technique of how we can manage the data. This is route parameters, right? Now here we have one more important concept is nested routes. Inside the route, how to define. That means here, for example, when I click on, you see electronics. It is showing electronics jewelry here. When I click on details, it is displaying details in a separate screen. No, I want to display here only. That means without navigating out of this route, the target should come here. This is called nested routes. That means inside the route, again navigation we have to define. That means when user clicks on details, it should not go to details. It should bring details and display here. We call them as nested routes. Now that we will see tomorrow how to create nested routes. Okay. Then I will upload this entire example. Notes I will upload up to now, but example we will finish that and implement. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see.